Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Unit 5 and it is on inequalities, yes, the dreaded inequalities. Right now we're going to look at solving inequalities by using addition and subtraction. The good news is you're kind of used to doing this because it's done the same way as it is when you solve equations with addition and subtraction. What is an inequality? It's an open sentence that contains less than, greater than, less than equals to, or greater than equals to. You graph it. If it is less than or greater than, you use the open circle and then point it in the direction it needs to go. If it is less than, equal to, or greater than equal to, you use the dot, the circled in dot. The way I remember this is it takes extra ink to draw the equal sign, and it takes extra ink to circle in the dot. And that's how I remember it. Addition property of inequality. It basically says if you add a number to both sides of the inequality stays true. So if we add 12 to both sides, here we have x is greater than or equal to 20, and then we can graph it. It's the same thing here. If you add 8 to both sides, the inequality stays true, and we graph it, and 30 is greater than the variable of m. Subtraction property of equality is the same thing. If you subtract the same number from each side of the inequality, then it stays true. Here we're subtracting 19, so we get m is greater than negative 13, and if we graph it, because this is greater, we have to use just the circle and point it in this direction. This one, we're subtracting 8 from both sides, so 18 minus 8 is 10, and 10 is greater than p, so you would have to, because it's an equal to, you would have to circle in the dot. If you come and see me, I will give you a tidbit on how to do this. It's a little trick, plus you'll get extra credit points. So come and talk to me about a good way to know which way to point your graph. These properties also apply when you're adding and subtracting variables. Here we have 3a plus 6 is less than or equal to 4a. We can subtract 3a from both sides. End up with 6 is less than or equal to a, and we can graph it. On this one, it's 9n minus 1 is less than 10n. Subtract 9n from both sides, and you got negative 1 is less than n. And that's where we have that. A word problem. You've asked for more word problems, so here's your great word problem. Philip needs for the temperature of his lizard's basting spot to be at least 82 degrees. Currently the basting spot is 62.5 degrees. How much warmer does the spot need to be? So if you look at it in words, the current temperature needs to be at least 82 degrees. Our variable t is the number of degrees that it needs to rise. And we have 62.5 plus our variable t has to be greater than or equal to 62. We subtract 62.5 from each side, and we have that the temperature is greater than or equal to 19.5. In other words, Philip needs to raise the temperature of the basting spot by 19.5 degrees or more. Until next time.